Tally ho, gamers. Tally ho, gamers. What's happening? I hope only good things. Because Loki was expecting. No, we have one more week. Mirez, one more week. Remember I said one more week of suffering, and then we are free. And I'm actually really excited to be free from Red Ball. I'm really excited. I can't wait to do anything else but Red Ball. I can't wait. But we will go through one more week of Red Ball, and then we shall be free. But until then, we shall talk about Red Ball, and there's a lot to talk about today in terms of topics of discussion. Because, oh my god, everything has happened, apparently, between my last stream and today. We could talk about how I finished reading 1984, and we can talk about that. We can talk about how there are new updates on the Blocky Hockey TV show. That there are some unexpected new updates to that. We can talk about how Discord is kind of fucking its business. We can talk about how I have come to a new realization about the state of my being in life. And we can have some, some deep, thoughtful conversation about that. We can talk about Tens and Kaide breaking up, and all the chuds getting mad. We can talk about how Clavicle got, or clavicular. I believe it's clavicular, or clavicle, or I believe it's clavicular. Who got brutally mogged by a ASU frat leader. We can talk about that. There are literally almost an infinite amount of topics I feel like I can cover today because, oh my god, I've got everything in my brain. So let's play some Red Ball and let's kind of decide where we shall slot in terms of this massive wave of things that I've been thinking about. We can think together. Let us think. What shall we think about? Only time will tell. I'm simply here as a, as an observer. I guess not an observer, that's a lie. I'm not here as an observer, I'm here as a commenter. commentor. I'm here to guide the conversation and yap about me. I'm the star. All right. I guess since the first message in my chat is regarding Kadai and Tens, yeah, I don't know why people are so mad about that. It's crazy. I don't think I realized how like parasocial people actually are about this shit. Because like they made it pretty clear that like it's chill with both of them. Like everybody's so apparent. Okay, so basically what happened is that two very popular internet personalities have been dating for like 7 years, and they broke up today, or not today, but like a couple weeks ago. They announced their breakup, and people are pissed about this for a lot of reasons. But people are angry. I think a lot of it is because they've seen this particular couple go through a lot of like pretty intense stuff, and now they're breaking up, and people are mad. Because like literally like one of the members is a pro esports player that is considered to be one of the best in the world. And he played and he quit all while dating her. She got fucking cancer, survived, and they still, and yet they still broke up. And so people are like sitting here like questioning like, oh, love is fake or whatever. And people are especially mad at her. People are blaming her for this. And I think that is, this feels kind of like an open and shut case of like sexism, if I'm being honest. I think this is like one of those like, I don't want to say unconscious, but like this seems very like kind of open and shut textbook case. Like people are just being sexist as fuck, because very clearly it seems to me at least that this is a honest, statement. Like they just fell out of love for each other. They don't, it's not that they hate each other. It's not that they have any bad feelings towards each other. It's that they just don't love each other anymore. And that's fine. But people have so fucked up in their minds. They have this fucked up vision of like what a relationship or is supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be, perfect and forever, and everything is supposed to be like in the AO3 novel where I get the, the big Chad CEO who takes care of all my needs and it's all great and wonderful. And it's like, fuck, man, I don't know if you've ever met people before, but it's a little bit more fucking complicated than that. Also, I have an invincibility enabled somehow. Right? Mr. Rempel is here. Of course he is. He's like my sleep paralysis demon, I think. But yeah, I think that it's kind of just a bummer to see it, if I'm being honest. I guess like every time I expect the internet to be better than it is, I am once again proven, disastrously wrong every single time. It's like, okay, whatever, that's fine. If we're gonna do that. I do actually enjoy seeing you in my sleep. Mr. Rempel is one of the people that I quite enjoy. I think. There's like a couple of people who have like played with like pretty, I don't want to say extensively, but I've played with and I consider like I really liked. I think Mr. Rempel goes in that club of people who I've played in events with and I've really enjoyed playing with. Which is why I like seeing him in my chat. Okay, what else do I have to speak about? What else do I want? Oh yeah, Bad Bunny halftime show. Let's talk about that. OUTs. I'm not kidding. Believe it or not, Sheepo 3 rarely kids. Okay, but yeah, let's speak about halftime. Speaking about more awful things that have happened. Fucking everybody's racist also. Not only is everybody sexist, but everybody's racist as well, because people are saying that Bad Bunny had a shit halftime show, and I'm wondering if people have good taste in shows and or music. And I'm confused about kind of the state of humanity, because the only interesting thing about that entire fucking broadcast was the halftime show. What are we doing? Like, legitimately, what the fuck are we doing? Are we serious? Did we actually prefer watching that bum-ass football game to the halftime show that was fun and entertaining and exciting and full of, like, things to look at and fun and enjoy? And fucking big booty Latinas shaking that shit? And we're mad? I don't understand. I don't get it anymore. The world makes no sense. I come back to civ events and I'm taking you with me everywhere. Aw. Speaking of Civ events, Mr. Rempel, are you playing in that? I don't know if are you playing in that 1,000 player one that's happening or is happening or is going to happen at some point next weekend, I think. Valar. I kid you not, Super Bowl dropped 1.6 million after. Yes, as it should, because that game fucking sucked, dude. I stopped watching after the second. All right? I was illegally streaming that game, and it was so bad, I even stopped illegally streaming it. It was free. I watched that game for free, and I still stopped watching it because it was so dog shit. Like, what the fuck are we doing? It was such a fucking awful game because the Patriots fucking sucked. And, you know, Drake May got fucking exposed for being a bum, and Sam Darnold was also kind of bummy, but it didn't even matter because his defense was so good, and, you know, he didn't make, like, stupid mistakes like throwing dimes to the fucking defense. Oh my god. I was going crazy. It was the most pointless game of all time. It's like watching, you know, like, a dumbass smashing his head into the wall. Again and again and again. Ton shells to the fourth. I know! Oh my god, it was a kicking click. Did they give the MVP to the kicker? Because they should have, if they didn't. Sam Darnold didn't deserve shit. I need to actually look up who they gave the Super Bowl MVP to. They better have given it to the fucking kicker, because that's the only person that did their job perfectly. Kenneth Walker. If they gave that shit to Sam Darnold, I'll crash out. Kenneth Walker. Running back. Oh, okay. He also had like a ton of yards, apparently. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I guess. Kickers will never get anything, but honestly, they deserve nothing, so that's fine. That's fine. Kickers are, you know, are sitting in this sport, you know. If I was a football player, I would be a kicker. And I think that's kind of the ideal position. If you would be a football player, I think you would want to be a kicker. It's the perfect position, really. All right, what else do I got? Yeah, football was dog shit. Super Bowl halftime show was great. I didn't watch the frickin' TP USA or whatever halftime show. I'm sure I heard it. Yeah, I heard it was dog shit. Not surprising, but still. Just kind of wanted to note that it existed and that it's really funny that it did exist. And it's so funny that it existed because even like the people who are supposed to be supporting that kind of shit also fucking hated it. And I think that's really funny because they are, I think it shows like a level of awareness that they are aware of how stupid they look. And I love to see that, honestly. I think that's great. Witherspoon had the Patriots QB in his pocket, and he like, dude, I wasn't even watching the game that closely, and every single time I saw a Patriots possession, it was just like Drake May drop back, throws it nowhere, gets sacked, and it's like I understand that your offensive line got absolutely dunked on, and that's fair, but to sit here and claim that Drake May is completely blameless in the shit show that was the Patriots offense is beyond stupid. He was bad. I don't care how bad your team is. I don't care how bad your offensive line is. There has been this fucking culture shift in the way that we talk about football, and I want to speak about this because I remember back when I was a kid, it was all about the QB, man. QBs were the number one. You have to have a good QB, or else your entire system is going to work. QB, right? But as I've grown up, people have started to realize that the offensive line is actually the most important position on the field. Facts, all right? But because of that, people have started to blame the offensive line more and more. It's not my QB's fault. It's not my QB's fault. He can only do so much. He's not getting any help from his offensive line. And we've started to lose the point, okay? QBs need to be good. So just because you have an offensive line that isn't giving you the most doesn't mean that you have to be a shit QB, okay? It's crazy. All right? We've lost the plot watching football here, and I firmly believe this. Can I actually get level 11 in a decent amount of time? Who knows? Charlie Kirk, I don't know. He would be, he'd probably be one of the performers, okay? But like I said, I think that the Bad Bunny halftime show was great. And I hope that the next halftime show is a fucking... I think that the only logical conclusion for this halftime trend in Super Bowl is to give it to BTS or something. And I'm being so serious. I think that they should give the halftime show to like a K-pop band or something. I'm being so serious. I want it to be twice. I want twice to perform at the halftime. Why on your stream? Brother, they are stealing your data and selling that shit. That's on you. Okay? That's your data, brother. Not mine. Don't put this on me. Bro, I cannot hit this for the life of me. What's going on? There we go. Sheep's right though. Facts. Speaking of people selling your information for data, shout out Discord for trying their very hardest to kill their business. It seems that they have enacted or are going to enact a new set of rules very soon where you are required to ID verify yourself before using it. I actually was looking at Twitter because Discord put out a little bit of a I'm actually going to pull up the tweet that they put out about this, because they did clarify the situation a little bit, and I wanted to talk about it because they did clarify the situation just a tiny bit. I'm sorry, what? Oh no, have you not seen this? Oh my god, you're very behind, Mr. Rumpel. The news, it just broke. All right, here we are. So this is, let's scroll down to this one. Discord will soon be expanding teen safety protection worldwide. Teen council, what the fuck? They're recruiting a teen. I nobody want that shit. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, let's see some. Discord will not require everyone to complete a face scan or upload an ID to Discord. Look at that. The vast majority of people can continue using Discord exactly as they do without ever being asked to confirm their age. So basically, they're just telling us that they sell our data. That's fine. We already knew that. All right. The only problem is that it's kind of just, you know, for any new user, you're going to have to basically confirm your age using a face scan or a ID. Now, what is age prediction? It's the bullshit that Roblox does to convince themselves that they are stopping predators when they're actually just supporting them. It's all bullshit. It's all, you know, it's all fake. All of it is fake. The only question I have about this is that this entire policy is not that, like, I understand the public reasoning behind it, but I don't understand the real reason why they're doing this, because to me, this seems like such a terrible, like obviously this is going to be hugely unpopular. I mean, you saw what happened with Roblox. You saw exactly the kind of reaction that they're going to get, and you know the exact reaction you're going to get. They're not stupid. So I don't know, like, what is the business motive to do this? Because if I'm thinking about this logically, it's a company wants to make money. So, I mean, like, it's like, what happened with Roblox? Oh, they require your ID if you want to chat. You need to put in your ID with Roblox if you want to chat. So then they can, like, put you into, like, specific age groups. So then you're not allowed to talk with anybody that's outside of your age group. Yeah. And so basically this is, like, a lot of the same shit. So it's so confusing to me, because like if we scroll down, like we see, like, how does Discord use this data? We only get your age from ID verification in the facial estimated system. We do not use your age assurance information to target you with advertisements, and we don't sell your data. Bullshit. You can control how we use your data. Bullshit. If you choose face estimation, stuff like this, it's IDs are processed to get your age only and then deleted. Bullshit. Your identity is never associated with your Discord account. Bullshit. Like it all reads like massive bullshit and cope, right? And obviously so, but it doesn't make sense to me. Like, as a business decision, if you are trying to maximize your profit as a company, why would you make this a requirement? Unless it is some kind of law, which I hear that, like, UK laws are a little bit weird around this, but, like, I don't know, man. It just seems so strange to me Like either like because like people are so quick to say like there is some kind of super state, like they're trying to like go, like they're trying to control us or something, like they just want to they want to control you and steal your information and watch you and spy. It's just like, okay, like it's, I understand that we like to make bold claims about conspiracies or whatnot, but that doesn't make sense, and it doesn't make sense in two ways. It doesn't make sense that there's a huge global conspiracy to control you, and it's like whatever. But it doesn't make sense, like, from a business perspective. Like, these businesses are not, like, beholden to the fucking government. They're not. So why are they? I don't understand. I cannot comprehend it. And I wish I was more informed on decisions like this as to why they are doing this shit. Because this seems like a textbook case of, like, I am looking to give my company and my business model up to a upstart that does it better. This is just what it feels like. Because the reason why Discord is popular is because it is the best version of basically a forum, okay? Of a classic video game forum. Discord is the ultimate version of that. It is the combination of text, of talking to each other, of Skype, of messaging, of organization, of getting groups of people together. Like, it is the ultimate form of that. It is the ultimate form of connection between people. And so this feels like a spit in the face of that in so many ways. And I can't explain it. I can't explain it. It doesn't make sense. So that is where my kind of thinking stops on this issue. Of course, I definitely have like weird opinions on stuff or weird like desires because I am already like such a public person on the internet. Like, if you wanted to find out, like, I'm not going to say do it or anything, but if you wanted to find out exactly who I was, you could. It's not all that difficult. But still, it's just, the whole thing is just it just seems very questionable to me, all of this. I don't know. Maybe there is some like deeper, more sinister motive behind it. Maybe it is just like dumb people being dumb because that has happened before. So I don't know. We'll see where this goes. We'll see where all this ends up. All right. What else do I want to talk about? Let's see. What else do I got? I got some personal drama shit that I don't really care about. We can talk about Civ events a little bit, although there's nothing really interesting happening Civ event-wise. I don't know if I've been accepted into Progeny. The 1,000 player event is still happening, but there's no really, like, there's no... What's the word I'm looking for? There's no, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but nobody knows all the frickin', you know, nations or whatever, so people are... Are you in Compendium? Compendium. That rings a bell. Hold on. Hold on, let me scroll through my list. The Campaign Compendium? Or this might be something else. I'm in a place called the Campaign Compendium. No Civ event? Oh no, I have no idea. I've actually never heard of that. I get most of my Civ events through, like, I don't know, either people asking me to play in their Civ event or by people, you know, advertising it on their own servers. So, I do not know. That is, I was about to, like, start Googling it or something, but I was like, okay, well, that's not going to do anything for me. Apparently, horror stories? Alright, hey, man. I'm in a couple like weird little things, bits and bobs around the place. I'm in a charity event that's apparently gonna happen. I'm in a... Yo, mic look like a microphone? It is like the ultimate like podcast mic, is it not? I thought it would work better because, you know, if I'm gonna like yap like a podcaster and say a bunch of bullshit, I might as well get the podcast mic right. It only makes sense. Wait, sheep. Uh-oh. I'm hearing a big wait and a big sheep from Big Mr. Rempel. This is a Shure SM7B is what you were looking for. Shure SM7B. It's the podcast mic. It ran me a couple of bucks. Let me tell you. Woo-wee! Alright, and if you're looking to use one of these things, by the way, as a user of the Shure SM7B, if you don't have a cloud lifter, then you're throwing. Rempel, I don't know if you have a cloud lifter, but if you don't, you need one. Okay, Cloudlifter is like a necessity with this mic. It is so goddamn quiet. It's disgusting how quiet this mic is. It is genuinely crazy. Cheap ass mic. Hey man, I used to use a blue Yeti something, so. But yeah, Shure SM7B. Yeah, it's the best mic in the business. Mr. Rempel, do you use like do you use any like voice add-ons? Do you use like a voice meter or anything to edit your audio before it goes through anywhere? Cause I started using Voice Meter Banana just to fuck with my EQ a little bit. I don't know how deep you are in like audio stuff. Because the one thing that I don't like about the SM7B is that it's very bassy. It's very much like, and it's bassy because I also kind of tend to have a more bassy voice sometimes, especially when I'm speaking like in the lower tone like this. I can sound very, very bassy. And so it's necessary for me to like raise my high end a little bit to make my voice sound more balanced. We are the same. Hey man, I just got the money to spend on this shit, so I said, fuck it. I'm a ball out. I mean, I have this gigantic setup, this fantastic computer. I mean, I am like, this is the ultimate setup right now, okay? The microphone is probably cheaper than RAM. Well, I got my RAM before like the prices went crazy. Balling. That's what we're doing short. Let's do some full runs, shall we? Incredible PC and you. Well, I'm gonna stop. Hey, stop that. This is our last week of Red Ball streams, okay? Shut up. We're gonna do more shit. I swear. Can you stop judging me? Don't say no. This is exciting. No, I'm not gonna end stream. I'm gonna do other stuff. This is not like the end of Sheepo 03. It's like, oh my god, it's over. No more Sheep 0. No, we are. We're doing more exciting things. Don't you see? Don't you see the possibilities ahead of us? Why is my game audio not coming through? We are Sheepo 3. It's a fact. My game audio is not coming through, and if my game audio doesn't come through, then I can't verify my run. What is happening? Please, game audio. There we go. Yahoo! The only person to stream Red Ball. I'm literally stopping because it sucks so much to play this game, and there's so many other stuff I want to do. I desire to play other games besides Red Ball. I need to stop playing Red Ball. Building a city in MC. Bro, dude, that building was peak, by the way. What's your PB? I got a new one recently, actually. I believe it's like a 311 right now. I believe I could verify that run too. I could probably submit that run to the leaderboards if I wanted to. Not that I particularly care. But yeah, I think what's been happening is that I feel like I've reached another wall with my, like, if we're going to talk more esoterically about where I am, like, Red Ball wise, the speedrun, I think my problem is that I've kind of hit another wall, it feels like, in terms of improvement. It feels like I'm significantly better, you know? I've started to get runs that have gotten to level 11, which is kind of the end goal, right? To get runs that hit level 11, and then basically you pray you hit level 11, and then you win the game. But I feel like it's still very few and far between that I actually get those opportunities to. And so I think it's best that I take another extended break from Red Ball, because I don't imagine that me grinding any harder is going to make me any better. It might gain me more opportunities to finish the run, but ultimately it will not, like, improve my chances, right? Gotta keep working? What are you working on? Are you at work? What fucking time zone are you in? What the fuck are you doing with your time? Hold on, I want to hear this. Cause like I just got home from work. Alright, I'm done. I work at home? But do you not have like a 9? Do you not have like a fucking like a 9 to 5? Remote developer? But like do you not contain your work within hours? Are you on call 24/7 or some shit? What's going on? Mr. Rempel? Do you have job security? Do you have a 401k? Do you have health care? I don't know, dude. I don't know. These fucking remote jobs are sus as fuck, man. I need to make sure, all right? If you're gonna be a full-time employee, you better be protecting yourself. Either way, have a nice night, Mr. Rimple. It's part-time. I put in hours whenever. I could never. I don't know your situation though, so I'm not gonna judge. I like my 9 to 5 too much. Do you still doing your 3 a.m.? No, I'm actually doing like a full 9 to 5. I quit my 3 a.m. job. So what happened basically is that I worked for the news, and that was my 3 a.m. job, where I would wake up at 3 in the morning and then work till about 11:45. It was like 3:15 to 11:45 were my hours. I quit that job because it fucking sucked and I hated it. Well, I didn't hate it, but it sucked for a lot of reasons. So I quit that. I spent about 3 or so months searching for a job, because I quit that in basically the end of August. Then it was September, October. Yeah, and then basically the beginning of November, I got this new job. So kind of two and so months of job searching, and then I got this new job, which is paying me like, I believe it's like not double, but like 0.5% or like 150% of my previous salary. And it has more normal hours, and it is about a 6-minute walk away from my house, which is amazing and great. So it's all good right now in terms of work. Although I will say work right now has been very busy, and that sucks. But it does mean that I can read a lot more books or listen to a lot more books. I've started to listen to audiobooks because when my work gets busy, it is very like kind of boring and repetitive, which means I can spend that time listening to some shit. And I've been listening to audiobooks. And I finished listening to the audiobook of 1984. I reread it because I read 1984 and I liked it. And I thought, well, I'm going to reread it because everybody's talking about it these days. And let's talk about 1984, guys. Let's speak a little bit about 1984, because now that I finished the book, I have thoughts about it, and I want to share those thoughts with the people, because it's what I do. So, before I start, I want to start by saying spoilers. I will spoil the fuck out of 1984. Although, I think that 1984 is not a book that you would particularly read for the plot, which is kind of a weird thing to say, especially considering me, but literally, plot is maybe the least important part of 1984. The plot is literally a vehicle to explain the society more, which is the more interesting part of the book. The concept of the thing. So the basic plot of 1984, which is pretty simply explained, is that there's a guy living in a post-apocalyptic, not post-apocalyptic, but a utopia, quote-unquote, although even calling it a utopia. It's basically like a totalitarian regime. He's living under it, and he basically hates it, and he wants to rebel, and he does so by meeting up with a woman named Julia, and having sex with her, and loving her, which is illegal, and then they get caught, and then our main character, Winston, basically gets fucking tortured, and gets brutal shit done to him, and then it ends. And then he gets reintegrated back into society, but as like a broken man. Yeah, it's kind of the whole story of the thing. All right. But I think what's interesting is that I think the theories about I think some of the ideas that it presents are very interesting, because it is sensical and yet it is nonsensical. And I think that's kind of like the basic premise of the book. It is doublethink, basically. The idea, or like one of the central ideas of this society, the reason why it is successful, the reason why it continues to persist, is because of the concept of doublethink. The idea that you can, in your mind, hold two contradictory points of view and believe them both. All right? You can believe that, 2 + 2 = 5 because the party has said so. And you should believe it in your heart of hearts. It's not just you tell yourself that and then you act like you believe it. No, you truly, in your heart of hearts, you believe it. And if you don't believe that 2 + 2 = 5 because the party says that 2 + 2 = 5, you are accused of a thought crime. You are basically illegal, because if you are thinking something that is against the law, or if you are thinking about committing something that is against the law, or if you are even thinking about something that the party doesn't deem within its scope of things that you should be thinking about, then that is a crime and you will be punished for that. And I think what's interesting is that they go into a deeper piece of explanation about one of the party, what's the word I'm looking for? One of the party slogans. And I thought, I was thinking a lot about it. Basically, one of the party slogans are, if I can remember correctly, it's, like truth is lies, something, whatever. But the one the one that I remember is always war is peace. That's one of the slogans. War is peace. And they actually explain this. They actually explain this particular slogan of the party in a very interesting way. So basically, the idea of war is peace is that in this post-apocalyptic world, there are three separate societies, three separate countries. There's Oceania, there's Eurasia, and then there's something else. But we'll focus on Oceania and Eurasia. Those are like two of the three major powers, right? And so the idea behind war is peace is that because to control people, you need to... Okay, how do I go about explaining this? To control people, you need to keep them poor. Because rich people have time and they have money to think, and when you let people think, they start to consider the situation that they're in, and they start to despise the situation that they're in, and they start to despise the fact that they are not in the upper class. They are lower class or middle class, and if you give those people too much money, then they have too much time to think, and thinking is bad. Thinking destroys the control that these people have over people, basically. It destroys their power. So you need to keep people poor, but you also need to give poor people something to do, or else you run into the same problem. They think they have too much time to think, and then they start to hate things. So you need to give them work. But the problem with work is that it produces things. It makes goods, and you need to keep people poor while they produce goods. How does that make sense? How do you both simultaneously have people being poor and yet products being produced? Well, the simple solution is you need to expend those products in some kind of way. What's the way of our particular civilization, which is not Eurasia, but the other one? It is by going to war, basically. You go to war, you blow up a bunch of shit, you attack each other, you fight each other, and while you may ultimately gain no ground, you may, gain no succession, you may not even win the war. The point of the war is not to win. The point of the war is to destroy stuff. It is to expend product and resource. And so that way, you can force people to work, and you can keep them poor at the same time. It's a very nice system. And so in that sense, because people are poor, and because they have no time to think, and because they're too busy being poor and working, they can't rebel against the civilization, therefore keeping the peace within the civilization, therefore keeping the peace within the nation, right? So in that sense, war is peace. However, when you actually think about what the fuck I just said, you realize that it makes no fucking sense. War is not peace. War is war. And peace is a synonym, or in this case, it is being used for a word that is better suited for the cause, something like control. War is control. It's not peace. There's no peace happening. It is control, right? 9 p.m. Gotta go. Damn, bro's going through some shit. So yeah, war is, and so they say this, and it's one of those things that is like, I found to be incredibly interesting. Because it makes sense, but then you think about it and it doesn't make sense. And that's kind of the whole point of the book. The point is that in order for you to exist in this society and function, you need to be able to believe in things that don't exist and believe that they exist at the same time. You need to know something is true and then also believe that it is false. And you need to believe those simultaneously with all of your heart. And I think that was very interesting to me. I think the other interesting thing that I took away, or I guess one of the other interesting things, is why I think that 1984 fails as a society, or why it would fail in the real world. And I think this is something that a lot of people don't talk about. People are so, like, people will misquote the fuck out of this book. You know, 1984, oh my god, our society's 1984, they're gonna control us all or something. Like, that is like the base level takeaway that people have from this shit. And I think that's super lame, because it robs a lot of this book of its depth. But it also robs the fact that there is easy ways to disprove this book, because it doesn't conform with human nature. Because the point of the society, the reason why what is it called? The society that 1984 is set in, the reason why it doesn't work is because the government is concerned with power for the sake of power. There's no ulterior motive behind the control of people. It is only for power. The goal of ruling is to have power. The goal of gaining power is to have it. It is simply to have it. And that works in this particular society because it stops everybody else from getting, like, it stops the leadership from being, like, distracted by things that are not total control, right? You're not distracted by things like money or wealth or goods accumulation. You're not concerned about that. Those are immaterial, worthless things. You're not concerned about your quality of life or how happy you are, because those are pointless and meaningless things. You're not concerned with all of these things that come that, you know, normally we associate with power and control. Those things don't come. You're not you're not even concerned with the process of using power. You're not even concerned with the process of asserting control, because those are, like, pointless, right? Like if I have power over somebody and I enjoy, like, I don't know, torturing them or hurting them, well, then you've lost the plot, basically. All right. The point is not to maintain power for the sake of something else. Power, it does not lend itself towards another goal. The point of power is to have power. And I think that it's kind of like, when I say it like that, I feel like it's kind of obvious why this doesn't work, because humans don't work like that. Humans can't function like that. Or at least I think they do. I don't think people want power for the sake of power. I think they are seeking power to achieve something else. They want to gain happiness from it, or they want to gain wealth, or they want to gain, you know, support or the admiration of people. Like, there are so many different reasons why people try to gain power. And yet, in the world of 1984, the only reason why this society continues to persist is because the people at the top only care about power for the sake of power. The only point of power is to have it. And that doesn't make sense. It's like, I want this water bottle. I have this water bottle in my hand, and I like it, and I want this water bottle. And it's full of water, but I want it just for the sake of it. I have it, and now I'm happy because I have it, and that is all I have. I'm not going to use it, because using it would destroy the point of having it just for the sake of having it. If I were to drink water right now from this water bottle, then what's the point of wanting it for the sake of wanting it? I wanted it because I wanted water. Do you understand how the society is self-defeating? And so, yeah, I think that's the one interesting thing. I have a couple of theories about, like, the actual story itself, about what happened in it. I have questions about whether the two kind of main characters, Julia and Winston, ever really loved each other. I think that's an interesting conversation. Did they ever really love each other, or did they simply love the fact that they both hated society, or they hated, you know, Big Brother or the nation? I have questions about O'Brien. O'Brien is kind of the main, I don't want to say the main villain, but he is kind of the main villain. He's kind of the face of the party. He's the face of the nation, in Winston's eyes, because he is his main, like, kind of confidant, torturer, member of the state, whatever. The main explainer of the state's purposes and goals. Whatever, stuff like that. And I have questions about whether I have this idea that Winston and Churchill, or not Churchill, but O'Brien. Winston and O'Brien are, like, two members of the same coin. I think that O'Brien, this is my theory, that O'Brien was once in the place where Winston was. He was once somebody who tried to rebel against the nation, and then he got put through the same shit, basically all the torture, all the pain, all the evil that Winston had to suffer through. But coming out the other side, he came out like somebody who fully supported the party. He like the brainwashing worked, like, basically the brainwashing worked, and now O'Brien is a is a member of the party. And I think at the end of the book, we see Winston, who it didn't work on. You know, the brainwashing failed, I think, on Winston. Although, you know, at the end of the book, he believes all the things that the party tells him to believe. He is a perfect double thinker. He thinks war is peace. He thinks all this stuff, but he doesn't love it. Because I think that there's an interesting commentary on the fact that love and passion are like necessary things for humans to be, I guess, productive. And I'm going to expand on that thought, but I just hit level 6. So I kind of have to lock in. I'm having a hard time explaining my thoughts about this book because I'm trying to focus on Red Ball. Please. Fuck. Damn it. Well, that'll happen. All right. So, all that and a bag of potato chips. But what I was trying to say is that the idea, I think that in order to be productive or be able to do things, you need to love the things that you do. You need to enjoy the stuff that you do if you want to do it, or if you want to like be, you know, encouraged to do it. You need to have some like motive, something to drive you forward, either like the love of life. And, you know, if I'm being forced to work in a forced labor camp, that I'm going to do it because I want to live. I have to do it because I love to do it. I have to do it because I'm getting paid. Like, there has to be some motivation. But the problem is that at the end of the book, we see Winston, who has been so completely brainwashed, he has no more motivation. He has no more desire to do anything. His existence is mute and meaningless. And I think he knows it, but he doesn't care because, you know, it's whatever, right? And I think that it means that, you know, Winston is no longer a useful asset to the party because he has no, like, passion for life. And I think that's kind of, I think that kind of, like, goes into my bigger theory about this entire thing, that this entire, like, system is contrived around people rebelling against it. It is important for people to rebel because it means that when, you know, when they're young and when they're still, like, trying to figure out how to rebel, they're still productive. They're still going to work. They're still doing their thing because they're trying to blend in. But the whole time the party knows that they are engaging in doublethink. They are rebelling against the party. They know all of that. But they're letting it happen because they're still a useful member of society. But as they continue to get more bold, as they continue to get more like brazen with their rebellion, then the party has to say, okay, you've kind of expended your usefulness. Now you either have to be taken, and if you are found to be useful in some way, we're going to keep you alive, but we're going to try to brainwash you the best we can. And if you're not useful, we're just going to shoot you, right? Or send you to like a forced labor camp or something, or do something else, basically. And so, I actually don't think the forced labor camps exist. I think, now that I think about it, it doesn't make sense for forced labor camps to exist. If the whole point is to, you know, stop, you know, the point is that we are producing too many goods, and we need war to expend them all. And I feel like having a forced labor camp is well, it's pointless, right? I think, yeah, I think that's kind of the extent of my thought. If I had more time and I had more focus, I think I could expand on them more thoroughly, but all of the rest of my ideas just come into theories about what 1984, what's actually happening in the context of the story, which I think are much less interesting conversations with people who haven't read the book. This is not a book club. This is a stream. I think bigger concepts and ideas are more exciting and interesting than specifics. But yeah, 1984, great book. Very fascinating. Good read. You should consider reading it. Form your own thoughts and opinions about it. Or don't. Or blindly accept everything they tell you. Also possible. Big Brother is always watching. Did I hit that? Aw, shit. I was about to say, oh boy. But I only lost like, whatever. Totally comebackable. Okay, hold on. Not terrible on the boxes. Lock in. Why am I stressed all of a sudden? I don't understand it. It don't make no sense. It just don't. Yeah. I was telling myself the whole time, this run's nothing. This run's pointless. And then it was brought to me like on a silver platter. I believed it, and it became true. Level 9 is always a hard cutoff, okay? Alright, what else do I want to speak about? I could talk about myself for a little bit, but I feel like I got nothing. Oh my god. What is he doing? Hold on, I just got a crazy DM. Equalize your input? Ooh. War. Sorry, I'm DMing Mr. Rumple right now. He sent me his settings on fucking Voicemeeter Banana. Damn, he's just getting it straight from the Shure? Damn. He doesn't even have like a... I wonder what his Okay. He doesn't even know what the audio gate does. He is a... Oh boy. Mr. Rumple, I need to show this guy a fucking tutorial on how to make his voice sound better. This guy, he is so lost. His brother is so lost. Oh, brother. Oh shit, hold on. I was fucking with my voice. I see it for the virtual input, but not the mic. Yo, this brother is lost in the sauce. War. Mira's War. What do you think about War? Are you a big War guy? If you were drafted, would you go to War? I don't know, actually. If I was drafted, would I go to War? Fuck, man. I think... I don't know, I would kind of like... I'm unironically a sheep in some sense of the word. I think that if most people that were drafted were like going to War, I would probably like fucking say, yeah, fuck it, we ball. I'll go to War. What if I didn't tell you we're still streaming? You're just hung up on that one fucking thing. Yeah, what happened is that I stopped stream and then I started stream again, and I didn't realize. I probably would have figured it out at some point because I would have closed OBS, but I wasn't playing. Like normally, I don't know what you were expecting. Did you want me to like start, you know, do some embarrassing shit? I think the classic thing is like I don't remember that I'm streaming and I start jerking my shit live. That would not happen because I don't do that after I stream. After I stream, I immediately eat. I'm hungry. All right. Literally, after it is my number one thing that I do after every stream. I just eat food, and eating food takes precedence over jerking my shit. Facts. Your loud ass toilet. I do have a loud ass toilet. That is true. Nothing I can do about that. I still need to get my light fixed. Sorry, I have a vent. I have like an air vent in my bathroom, and it turns on automatically with the lights, and it sounds really, you know, I can actually show you guys. Hold on. I'll show you what's wrong with my apartment and what's been wrong for like the last couple of months, and I really need to get it fixed. Listen to this shit. I don't know how well you could hear that, but my ventilator is like broken. And it means that whenever I try to use my bathroom light, I get assaulted by noise. And I really need to get it fixed. I really need to get it fixed, but I have not yet, so it is unfortunate. It was real loud for a second. Yeah, because my, probably because my frickin', whatchamacallit, my voice, my background noise taker away, not the word to use, but my noise suppression probably kicked in. But yeah, ultimately, not good. And I still haven't gotten it fixed. Luckily, apparently, they're coming into my apartment. They left a notice that they're gonna like come into my apartment to like check on some shit to make sure I'm like probably not dying of like carbon monoxide poisoning or something. So I might just send a fucking email to my landlord saying, "Hey, my fucking thing is broken as hell. Can you come check it out?" And she'll say, "Yes, yes, of course." Normally, like, of all the repairs that I've needed done on this place, all of them have been, like, pretty efficient. They've happened, like, very fast. I just need to put away some stuff, like, put away all of my stuff laying around. I need to clean up the place, alright? I don't want to look like a slob in front of the repairman, okay? Come on. We're civilized people here. I got that from my mother. My mother was very much like, I want to look good in front of guests. I want to make sure my house is clean and pristine. It all looks great. It was a very big thing. She liked hosting. What else did I want to talk about? Oh yeah, blocky hockey stuff. There's some random blocky hockey stuff going on. I'm still casting and streaming and all that good stuff. Still helping out on the production side of things because I like casting a lot. I think it's very fun. And I'm still goated. And a bunch of new casters have come into the league. And I'm still goated. Every time I hear one of these casters talking about, like, I do this shit in real life, and I'm like, dude, I've got so much experience doing this shit, I'm like, you're not me, though. And every time they're not me. They are just not me, because I think that for as much as they talk about I do this shit, I do this shit. Because I do essentially the same thing as casting, which is yelling at my stream, and I've done that shit for 5 years consistently. So in terms of learning how to speak for a long time without stuttering a lot, I think Sheepo3 is towards the tippy top of that scale in terms of practice. So I don't want to hear nothing about I have a lot of practice. I got a lot of experience. No, you don't. Not compared to yours truly. How different are these casters from each other? I guess that's a hard question to answer. Because they are all different. It's just like I think that a lot of them have, I want to say a lot of them have like a similar rhythm or a similar flow to each other. You know, they all kind of, I don't want to say they sound the same because they don't, but they have different sentence construction and different ways of talking and different ways of describing stuff. But ultimately, I think that they kind of all find the same rhythm of just talking and then not talking and then talking and then not talking, like a much more like kind of balanced rhythm. I have a much more like, I think I'm a much different beast compared to everybody else because I rarely stop. I feels like I'm always saying something, or I'm talking like a lot faster than everybody else is. And I think the other thing that I do really well as a caster is, well, there's two other things that I do really well. First of all, it's talking and not stuttering. The second thing I do really well is describing things, or finding creative ways to describe things. It's why I make a good color caster or a good desk member, because I can kind of word things in creative and interesting ways. And then the third thing that I do well is I use my color caster effectively, and I don't ramble. And I think that is like the biggest thing that all these new casters that I don't consider to be as good as me, flex. The reason is because they all ramble. They all keep going. They are not in love with the sound of their own voice, but they're under the delusion that their own voice must constantly be heard. If they are going to talk, they must they must always say something. And they don't ever give space. And they don't use, like, I feel like it feels like they don't trust their color to do stuff. And I know that feeling for a ramble once and never again. Yeah, I talked about it on stream. It was fucking awful. And I remember thinking that, like, I don't trust my color. I don't. I'm in love with the sound of my own voice. For as good as I am in love with the sound of my own voice. And that shit changed me. And now that I've realized that difference, like, I'm such a better caster for it. And I think people really enjoy working with me because of it. I think that if you are a color caster, I think that I'm the person you love working with the most, because I make it so easy to tell when you're supposed to talk and when you're not supposed to talk. It is so fucking easy with me to know when you're even during game time, because it's easy to know, like, oh, okay, they just scored a goal. It's now my time to talk about, like, the stuff, right? But even outside of that, I am so easy. It's so easy for me because, like, I try to end sentences and I enunciate my shit and I make it very clear I've stopped talking, right? They treat me exactly what I'm saying. I've had people ask me for fucking advice. I've had, like, people have come to me like, oh, my dude, it's my first time casting. Can you give me some fucking advice on how I should move forward? Like, I'm that guy, dude. I am that guy. And the second thing I do really well is that I give my color casters a lot of time to talk. And I wish more people would do that. I wish they'd make it more easy to do it. And I wish that they would give them more time. I think a lot of the reason why people ramble, this is going to be, I think, a little bit, even a little bit too glazy for my sake. I think a lot of the reason why people ramble as much as they do is because they are trying to somewhat mimic what I do, to a minor extent. I think they hear me talk a lot, and they're like, I also want to do that. And then they talk a lot, but then they don't say shit. And the difference between me talking a lot and them talking a lot is that when I talk a lot, I say something. I'm not saying words for the sake of saying words. I'm always trying to get at something. There's always a meaning behind what I'm saying. Or I'm trying to further the cast in some meaningful way, but they don't. And it's the reason why it's super frustrating to listen to them sometimes, because they just keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. And it's like, I want to die. But I think that is just, that's probably a bit of a over-exaggeration in a lot of ways. I don't know if people are directly mimicking me, but I'm sure that I've had some effect on the caster landscape. I feel like I do have that, like, I've had enough presence in Blocky Hockey in, like, a lot of ways, not just by writing articles and being a recognizable figure, but also just by casting and doing the things that I do. I think I have had a impact on the way that people do production nowadays, or at least people try to do production, in my humble opinion. But it's hard to know one's own influence or, like, quantify it in any meaningful way, right? Also, I'm not the person to, like, make that judgment, right? Other people will make that judgment for me, not me. We gonna ignore that run? Yes, we are, because I failed at level 9. So it was meaningless. If I'd gotten to level 10, we would have talked about it, but that did not happen. So yeah, very interesting stuff in terms of Blocky Hockey. Still planning on returning, so I want to start the routine of practicing sooner rather than later. I know that Hollow Knight is going to take a little bit of preference for the time being, but once we start hitting the halfway point in the season, once we start hitting the halfway point of the Blocky Hockey season, which is probably around week 5, week 6, accounting for playoffs, then I want to start playing a lot more Blocky Hockey on stream. Still working on the videos. I'm still editing. The first Celeste video is coming along quite well right now. I want to say I want to get it out by the end of the week, but again, I'm not going to make any promises because I have a weird way of like, I've had to force myself to be dumber. I've had to force myself to stop overthinking it. Because I've been trying to do like a lot of like super like crazy stuff when I realize it doesn't fucking matter. I can probably just do this and it's like, it's going to look worse, but people don't care, right? So I just need to chill out. It's going to be weekends. Well, normally it's going to be Civ event shit because that's kind of the things that's coming up right now. I've got the Civ event. I've got the 1,000 player Civ event that's happening weekends. And then I've got, if I get into Progeny, then I got that as well, so. We'll see how those go. Damn it. Yeah, run cooked. Bummer. How do you always keep losing so much time on 4? It's because I'm messing up and I'm not, like, doing things optimally. I'm not accelerating fast. I'm just not focusing on 4, if I'm being honest. I've just been bad on 4 today. That's kind of the extent of the issues. I just have not been focusing at all on 4. Kind of meaningless in the grand scheme of things, but, you know, still a unfortunate time loss. 4, yeah, 4 is one of those levels that it's kind of deceptively tricky, where it's like, it's easy and you know it's easy and you know you should nail it, but somehow you just don't because you're not focusing enough. Because again, it's like, it's 4, it doesn't require focus. 4, it doesn't require focus, and yet it does require enough focus. So, it destroys me. Oh yeah, Norxer, you haven't heard. We're going on another extended Red Ball break soon. It has been talked about, but a date has been set. This will be my last week red balling. And then we will go on like another like fucking 4-month hiatus. Another massive time loss on 4. El Clasico, some would say. Makes sense. Yeah. I think I've just like kind of hit a wall of improvement. I think not that like this wall is like bad at all. I think staying at this point of improvement is fine because I do get runs to level 11 once in a blue moon that are on pace. And so I have potentially had chances to get the run basically. I've had chances to actually get sub 3. But I feel like I'm not gonna make any like significant progress just by grinding it out anymore. So I think just it's best to take the break, do some other stuff, and then come back at a later point in time and then reset. And hopefully I'll find the same amount of improvement that I did when like I first took the break and came back and I found that massive like surge of improvement. Hopefully the same thing happens and then I will become goated. Ideally. And then, well, it's not just I'm tired of hitting stuff, it's that I just want to do other stuff. That's kind of just the main point of it, okay? I want to finish the Hollow Knight. I want to, like, not 100% it, but I want to do all the fun stuff in Hollow Knight. I want to play Blocky Hockey. I want to, you know, do whatever. There's a million things I want to do that are not Red Ball related, and Red Ball gets in the way. And all the other time that is not spent, you know, streaming, the days that I could ideally spend streaming, is going to be spent making other stuff, like videos for the channel, or TikToks for the TikTok, or whatever. Remember, I'm trying to be like an actual streamer, or like get popular these days, or at some point in the near future. I'm trying to put out some actual content, not just pretend and say, like, I'm making content, guys, look at how much of a creative I am. I actually want to do the creative things that I talk about, right? So yeah, all that in a bag of potato chips. That's all I got. And then we'll see where this takes us. We'll see where, you know, after I fly this kite, we'll see where we end up. It's another moment of change in the Sheepo 3, you know, spectrum. It'll be interesting to see what happens at the end of it. Will we find some significant change? Because I think the significant change for me after the last kind of break from Red Ball, it was the way that, you know, personal growth, I think, to a certain extent, but then also just like blocky hockey in general, how blocky hockey has become this part of my life in a significant way that I didn't really expect it to. I thought I was just going to be like a one-time thing, but it ended up being a lot bigger and a lot, you know, grander than I ever expected. So now I am, you know, I spent like an entire season fucking writing articles, all right? And people are still asking me like, Sheep, are you going to write more articles? I really want to read it. I really love reading your articles. And I'm like, Doc, chill. So I am somehow very entrenched in this community that I didn't really intend to. I didn't intend to be as entrenched as I was, but here I am. So the question is now, where do my chips fall? Will I end up getting that cup that I want in blocky hockey, or will I just, you know, I don't know, will I just play another season, be mid again, and then go on? Because now I'm kind of worried right now, because I'm going into this blocky hockey season, or ideally this blocky hockey season, with expectations. Not only expectations, but a lot of people who want me to do good. People want me to be good. They want to see this guy like, oh, I like Sheepo3. I want to see him play good. People want me to play good. Because I'm the media guy. And people are going to, you know, people are going to see me. I'm not the underdog anymore. I not only was I think overly touted right now. I think people are more fondly remembering what I actually did in goal than how I actually was, because, you know, they like my casting. So people are overrating me as a player. But I still think it's a lot of expectation. I'm the guy who people are going to say, like, this guy's a sneaky candidate for Vezina, or this guy's going to be the Vezina candidate to watch or something. So I got to lock in, boys. If I'm going to come in as the overdog, I got to perform. That doesn't rarely really happen to me. I don't come into events being projected to win. I don't think, when's the last time that's ever happened to me? When's the last time I went into some kind of competition where I was expected to win? I mean, maybe like Voxium days, but Voxium, there wasn't really competition aspect. It was more like chill vibes, you know, spamming Battle Royale over and over. Even in Deadshot, I would never, like, in any of the Deadshot competitions I played in, I was never expected to win. I was expected to be good, but I was never expected to win. Huh. I'm trying to think here. I don't know. Damn, I don't even remember. Probably maybe in a one-off swimming race. Party games? Oh, I guess, yeah, party games. That's a good shout. The party games tournament, I did have a couple games where I was expected to win. Not like the whole tournament, though. I think it's a different feeling. Like, definitely I'm expected to do good in certain games, but like, expected to win, like because this is a different level of expectation. It's like, I'm not expected to just play good in a couple of games. I'm expected to be the best goalie in the entire league across the season. I'm expected to perform at the highest level, and I will. Like, I will announce my free ship, and I am expecting. I don't want to say this is like a flex, but I'm fully expecting to have a lot of offers. People are going to want me on their teams. I will get to pick, basically, what team I want to play on. And that's also kind of nerve-wracking, because, like, what do I do? Do I want to pick, like, a mid-tier team where I'll get a little bit more play? Do I want to pick a top-tier team where I have a better chance to win, but I'll have less work to do in goal? Like, what's best? What do you guys want me to pick? I guess I'll just ask Chad. Like, do you guys want me to play with some shitters and, like, lock in? Or do you want me to play with the goats and like, try to go cup chase? What do you want from me? What's better for content, do you think? Do you think it's better for content to try to win the cup, or do you think it's better content to try to like, in each individual game I have to do a lot more? What do you think is more valuable? 10-minute drive just for it to be over by the time we got there? They sent me to do nothing. play with the shitters. I think I want to like, I don't know, because I want to join an actual team, like an actual team that has like good coaches. Because the last time I played, no disrespect to my owners or my coaches on my last team, but they were freaking shit. All right, it was a freaking shit show in there. All right, it was a shit show. I'm not gonna pretend any otherwise. All right, it was a shit show. So I think like, man, I kind of want to play with some organized players who are like smart, because dude, when I heard what other coaches were doing with their goalies, I was like, whoa, really? Bro, they were like VOD reviewing them. They were doing private coaching. I was like, that was crazy. Like, they're doing all that shit, bro. I had to do all this shit by myself. I had to lock it in on my own. The main reason why we lost our first round, I don't want to say the main reason. Well, we were going to lose that initially, but the reason why we did so shit in the first round is because our main star player just didn't show up. He said, I can play on this day, and then he just didn't show. And this, by the way, this is the same guy that literally publicly on the fucking public Discord channel, he says, he ats me. He says, @Sheep, yo, dude, I want to play with you again. You were the best goalie I've ever had. I'm like, I wanted to say, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck? I don't want to play with you, dude. You didn't show up. You fucking sold my game. What the fuck do you mean I want to play with you again, brother? You sold my shit so hard. It was fucking ridiculous. You sold my shit. Bro, I was so pissed. Also, one of like my other, like a couple of my other teammates have kind of become mid, and then the one teammate that became really good from that original team also got banned for being toxic as fuck, which, you know, didn't really shock me, let's be honest, but still, you know, the one big star that came from that Rimouski Oceanic squad got fucking banned for being toxic, and then the other two that I remember kind of got a little bit mid, but they're still cool. Maybe they'll get good in the future. What good teammates? I mean, yeah, I liked them personally. I had no beef with my teammates. I mean, to be fair, like you heard the Discord. They only they were very positive towards me specifically. They liked me. They liked me. They said, "Sheep, oh, you're such a great goalie. Good save, good save." That's what I heard. So I don't know, man. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I want to know. They're dropping live score updates. That's crazy work. Why are we giving Big Money Man 1 star? He got nothing. He did nothing. Just because he got a fucking shutout, dude. He got 6 saves. He did nothing that game. Why is he giving shouts? It's ridiculous. Either way. What if you make a level 1 timer that has 10 seconds so it looks like a really impressive time skip? Well, I'm going to have to bleed that time somewhere else in the run, right, Blue Leaf? It's like if I make level 1 10 seconds behind and then I make level 2 actually on pace, then it's going to look like I'm terrible at level 2. So it's kind of like, you know, I get an extra finger and lose an arm type thing, you know? It's like I want a hand with 6 fingers. Well, guess what? Your other hand has no fingers. Fuck you. Look that crazy from a different POV. True. True. Yeah, it's just instead of the arm, it's just a finger. Yeah, it's just the socket is literally just one finger. That's some body horror. My God. Speaking of horror stuff, can I? Okay, hold on, okay. Sorry, I'm gonna completely, you know, non sequitur this entire hoe. I need a new book to listen to, and I don't want to listen to more freaking horror stuff. I'm tired of horror and like dystopian shit. I need like some chill, vibey. Does anybody have like a book that they really liked that's like chill and vibey and isn't full of like dark horror and, you know, depressing shit? I don't want to read, I don't want to listen to no, not the fucking Yellow King, you dumbass. Shut up. I want to actually read like some not depressing shit. All right? What's another good, man, see, it's such a hard question. Blood Meridian, shut up! Take it seriously, guys. Stop. You're making me mad. Take my question seriously. You assholes. Okay, all right. Never mind. Why did I ask the people who don't fucking read? You guys need to listen. You know what? Kai Cenat was not LARPing. Kai Cenat was not LARPing. All you fuckers need to read 50 minutes a day. Lock in. Read. Lock the fuck in. Anything by Cormac McCarthy is out of the question. That guy writes like a psychopath, and all of his books are some psychopath shit. Pride and Prejudice? You know, I don't know what the whole, like what's the... I don't want to say what's the plot, but like what's the teaser? I almost want to know, because I remember that book being talked about. I wonder if it is actually like fucking goated. Now that I'm older. Just read Shakespeare? I've read Kite Runner, and that shit is not... You guys are not listening to what I'm saying. I wanted some happy shit. Kite Runner's not happy shit. What the fuck do you mean, Kite Runner? Yeah, that one, full of joy. I do remember Kite Runner. It's so full of happiness and joy, and everybody's so happy in that book. It's so goddamn jolly. It makes me want to scream. Go back to reading manga, but I can't listen to that. I have to do work. The reason I'm doing this is because I need to do work, and I cannot look at manga pages and also do work at the same time. It just doesn't work. I need audiobooks, dog. Hold on. Pride and Prejudice teaser. Mozart makes for good. Oh, shut up. Hold on. I'm trying to find like a little like thing on the back. Oh, man, I can't find a damn thing. Hold on, if I go to Goodreads, do you think they would have it in Goodreads? I remember having to use this shit in school. It was awesome. Pride and Prejudice as charmed. Let's see. Much adapted novel is famed for its witty, spirited heroine. Sensational romances and deft remarks on the triumphs and pitfalls of social convention. Damn. 1817 is when she died, is the author of the book. That's crazy. You know what? Pride and Prejudice might actually not be a terrible shout. Interesting. Maybe I would enjoy it. Basically, it's too smart of a book for you, little bro. Bro, I'm the smartest fucking book reader you've ever seen in your life. Shut the frick up, dude. Shut the frig up, dude. I'm so friggin' smart. I read all the books. Hop on skate and become loopy fiasco. I think I'm okay, dog. Listen to Wendigooner, but Wendigooner only does like horror shit. It's boring. I don't care about Wendigooner. All he does is like, I am super scary, and also I voted for Donald Trump or something like that. I don't know what he did. Male-dominated society. To be fair, if I did read Pride and Prejudice, we would have to deal with another like week of like Sheepo 3 talking about like sexism in society. I don't know how much you guys want that or not. You have to realize that when I decide to read a book, you guys are going to be hearing about it, so... You will ultimately be the ones who must suffer through another sheep conversation about, you know, society and male-dominant society and gender conversations or whatever. Can you just do album of the week again? Honestly, I don't know. I kind of got... Listening to music, I don't know. It's not for... At work, I get a little bit bored of just the music. I gotta listen to like a Kanye album or something. Also, album of the week kind of just sucked because it just meant I had to listen to a bunch of music I didn't fuck with, and I had to listen to the whole album, which is like super annoying. They play NF. That's not true. I don't play NF. I listened to one song of that guy just recently. It's like, this is shit. Hi, dude. NF music fucking blows fat rocks, dude. Oh, Jesus. I remember I used to listen to that shit too. I'm like, oh my god, it's so cold. It's not. It's bad. It's so painfully like there's a skill that certain rappers have to be like, to not be so like in your face and annoying with everything they fucking say, and NF just doesn't have the skill of subtlety. I just want there to be a little bit of subtlety in my music, and some artists just don't have that, and it's so annoying to have to listen to them. Shout out to Hobson. Socially conscious rappers are so fucking annoying sometimes. I'm from Israel, and my favorite rapper is NF. True, actually. I did not turn in for the Toilet Paper USA halftime show, dude. Don't freaking say that. I did not tune in for the Toilet Paper USA halftime show. I didn't even watch it, dude. I kind of want to watch it. Do you want to watch it? Hold on, I think it's on YouTube, is it not? Do you want to watch the TP USA halftime show? I haven't watched it. Why is it on Charlie Kirk's official YouTube channel? Shit got viewed by it like crazy. Oh, for sure. But like, why is it on Charlie Kirk's YouTube channel? Hold on. Do you see this shit? Charlie Kirk, what are you doing, my brother? All right, hold on. Let's give it a listen. Ladies and gentlemen, get excited for the TP USA halftime show. We are Charlie Kirk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Turning Point USA All-American Halftime Show. And
I hate
this
him.
One's
He looks like such a
you,
schmuck.
Charlie.
He looks like such a schmuck, dude. Why do all Republicans wear the same suit? It's the same suit every time. Oh, of course. It's such a classic. Why does it go lower? It sounds like such ass. There's no flag, by the way. I can't even look to the flag. Do the head thing? It's because they're trying to be cool. Where's the flag to look to? I can't. Oh my god. What a shitty. The tiny little fireworks. It's just little. It's little pops, bro. Do you think we'll see a single ethnic performer on this stage, or will they all be white? Uh-oh. They're joining him. It's all rock music, isn't it? Is it all gonna be rock music, or will there be like a different genre? There are no colored people in TV. Oh, I'm just wondering, because, like, they might bring on, like, I don't know, like, what's it called?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the All-American Halftime Show. Let's get to it.
Who the hell is this guy?
It's Real American.
Who is that guy? What is that microphone? Is that a chain? Why is there like a chain and like a fucking... Bro, why does this bike have fucking knuckle dusters? What the hell? He got brass knuckles on that hoe. And he's not even holding it properly. What the fuck? Yo, someone tell him... I know this song, by the way. I've heard this song. Oh my god, I remember this. I've heard this voice. Maybe it's not the song, but it's the voice. There's not much of a crowd to go wild, okay? Well, yeah, because, like, look, dude, look at the size of their fucking arena. There's, like, no space in there. What the fuck is that? Yo, someone tell these guitar players. Bro, they look so fucking stupid. Bro, you're wearing jeans and a t-shirt. This is not hard. Bro, you're wearing jeans and a fucking t-shirt. There's nothing hard about your fit. It's so good. Look at this audience. There's nobody there. Oh my god, bro, this arena is so tiny. We're watching the All-American halftime show, okay? Can you, like, chill out? No, but I know they're all, dude, they're all wearing mom jeans. It's crazy. Look at their mom jeans. I guess they're not tight enough to be mom jeans, but still, it's like... Because if I turned on the chat replay, there'd be nothing there, dude. There would be no chat replay, alright? It'd be empty. This is not the official stream, by the way. This is a video of it. That it was. I guess it is the official stream.
By the name of Colt Ford and Jason Aldean changed her life and put it on country radio. This is Dirt Road Anthem. I see them chilling on a dirt road.
I didn't know you were supposed to announce your songs before playing them. I thought that like during like a Super Bowl halftime show, it was supposed to be a little bit more, you know, efficient. It's not MAGA, it's just a country voice. I feel like country gets a bad rap that everybody says it's all like MAGA, even though it is kind of all MAGA. There are some country artists that aren't MAGA. Stop. You're offbeat. They're not even like they're waving their hands. They're not even on beat. Like who? Like someone. There's one country artist that doesn't support Donald Trump, I'm sure. Dude, they're not moving at all. Look at how stationary they are. I would definitely work for the production crew of this if I was getting paid. By the way, I would absolutely do the production for this show. Not even a question. If they said Sheep will hire you and we'll pay you good money, I'd do it instantly. I have no qualms. I don't care. I just need the money. If you got paid, you'd be up there shaking ass. At the TP USA halftime show? At the TP USA halftime show, I'd be shaking ass. Bro, I'd be fucking shot in the head if I did that shit. If a single man starts throwing it back, he gets shot immediately in the head, don't you know? Why are those two guitarists about to kiss? Speaking of gay things that are potentially gay. Don't thrust your crotches at each other like that. It's not a good look, dog. If you're trying to be a good Christian, you're not helping yourself. You be the Charlie Kirk of TP USA halftime show? I would not. I can't sing. I am not to singing like Charlie Kirk is to debating college kids, okay? That microphone is so stupid, dude. It makes me want to cry.
Adam Curry, ladies and gentlemen.
There's no women. Dude, that's crazy. There's no women on stage. God, this guy. Oh, that might be that shitty ass mustache. I hate that guy. This guy has horrible facial hair. Who told him this was a good idea? Oh my God, are those mutton chops? Oh Jesus.
I was brought up with a small town, North Georgia, raised on the back.
Yeah, dude, didn't Erica Kirk come out and she was wearing some skimpy ass shit? Like she was wearing like some short shorts and like a sports bra or something? I swear to God, I saw Erica Kirk in the craziest outfit.
My dad taught me how to stand my ground. Be a man, but we'll never back down. Don't start us up. If he's talking trash, you better throw the first punch and whip his. Be somebody, make a name for yourself.
Oh, yeah, you're censoring ass.
There comes a time when you gotta slow down. That's what we doing now, but we cheated on the girl. Lay back, swiveling like a George Jones. You slow rolling that
cheeseburger song. It keeps going. This song continues to go on. It does not end. How deep are we? 9 minutes. When does this song end? Oh wait, somebody new. Hey man, don't feel bad. They're probably getting paid good money, okay? They're, you know, they're doing their best, okay? Sometimes you have to grift for the money, MJ. You know that. I don't know about this voice. God, why is it so slow? That's not... Is that actually Erica Kirk? Is she singing? Please don't tell me that's Erica Kirk. No way she can sing. I don't know if that's Erica Kirk. It might be Erica Kirk. It's like all these white women are kind of... I'm not going to stop it and look it up, but all these white women, bro. Yeah, that ain't her. I don't know, man. Not zero chance. She dyed her hair almost 100%, by the way. That hair is so dyed. Why does she not have any backup dancers? Where are the backup dancers, dog? Why do we have to see the big camera arm in the background? That's not a good look. Get the camera out of the background. What are these awful camera shots we're doing? What are we doing? That suit is why is it so ill-fitting? That suit does not fit her correctly, bro. Those sleeves need to be shorter. I don't know. I don't know why you're wearing a fucking pantsuit during a halftime show. I don't want to judge women's fashion here, but it's like a pantsuit during a halftime show. Like, shouldn't you be wearing something a little bit more like showy and flashy to get people excited? Like, shouldn't you be wearing something like fun and cool? Wait, what is she wearing? Is she wearing like? She's on bare. She's on her bare feet. She has no shoes on. She has no shoes on. She's raw dogging that shit. I swear to God. Show her feet again right now. I need to see it. Joe, she's raw dogging it. Look at this. She's raw dogging that shit. Bro, her pants. What the fuck is this? Her long ass pants. What is happening? Get some shoes on, woman. Alright, this song is also boring. What's next? Bro, it's the same song again. What is this stupid purple shit? Dude, the 4 lasers that they bought. Oh my God. Give me something exciting. Oh my God, they all sound the fucking same. Where's Kid Rock when you need him, bro? Finally. This is who I was here to see. They all sound the fucking same, dude. Alright, here we go. I'm here for Kid Rock. That's why I came here, boys. I love him. I love Kid Rock. He's my MAGA icon.
Welcome our homie, Kid Rock.
Oh my God, look at all those ethnic people. Look at all those ethnic people, bro. Is that Snoop Dogg? I wouldn't be surprised. Bro, it's Kid Rock, bro. Get excited. Look at the crowd. Look at how excited they are. They did those highly choreographed hand movements. Look at all of them. Look at how offbeat they are. Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait, all right. Hold on, Kid Rock. The outfit doesn't work, but you know the entrance is kind of sick. Kind of like Psy-esque. Oh wow. He's got to stop spamming that mic flip, bro. That's like the third time I've seen him do it. I thought MJ was lying too, but he really does spam it. Oh my god, he is... This is a brutal lip sync. Oh wow, that's brutal. He doesn't even care, bro. How has he managed to be such a MAGA icon, and yet he's so bad at doing his job? It feels like he doesn't even care about MAGA. He's so bad at his job, it feels like he doesn't even care. That's crazy. Like, wouldn't you want to, like, try at least a little bit if you're getting paid by MAGA? Maybe the money's just not there. Who knows? But, like, you've got to do something. If you're going to get paid for... Like, why didn't they fucking bring in, like, Tom MacDonald or somebody, bro? Holy shit. Bro, Tom MacDonald would have put on a fucking iconic performance. I swear to God. He would have put in so much effort. Why can't we have Tom MacDonald? That's who I want to see on this fucking halftime show, not fucking Kid Rock again. Why is he dressed like that? Why are you dressed like a founding father? Get that fit off right now. You look like shit. Why the fuck? Erica Kirk is on the violin, and she was also singing. Why the fuck is this fucker dressed like that? That coat is ugly. You are not that dude. It's ridiculous. How am I supposed to take this seriously when I have a motherfucker? Oh my god. Quit this. Knock it off, kiddo. How does this transition into a Kid Rock song? I haven't listened to many of the Kid Rock songs, aka I haven't listened to a single Kid Rock song, but how does this make it into Kid Rock? All of this because they hate people with brown skin. It's really crazy. So much effort. There's no way they recoup their investment on this. This has got to be a net loss. In terms of like embarrassment. Denies lip syncing? Really? Dude, just like fucking admit it. Like it's so it's not even like dude, you weren't even trying to hide it. Like what are we kidding? I guess lying is part of MAGA, but like that's kind of crazy. Shout out to Doublethink. Kid Rock is classic literature, bro. Haven't you heard the song where he admits to sleeping with underage girls? I've heard of it. I haven't listened to it, believe it or not. They're still going on with this bullshit, bro. Can we move the fuck on? When do we get to the twerking Latinas? What the fuck? Do we at least get some skinny white girls twerking? Like at least at least during the K-pop concerts, at least they fucking try with like the twerking, but like jolly, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen,
oh my god,
please welcome our brother Robert Ritchie.
Why the fuck do we have the fucking Black Council? I don't want to call him that, but I don't want to call him the Uncle Tom Council, but it's like I don't know. The fucking Uncle Tom Council. I almost want to call him that, but that feels racist. It's ridiculous. Just down the hall to the right. Please, I want to go to that. Who is this fucker?
You can tell your old man you'll do some largemouth fishing.
They got paid $5 each. Hey, I don't blame him. I'd take it too.
Got too much on your
Dude, if I was black and they said, yo, I'll pay you $5K to give us some street cred, fuck it, dude. 5K is 5K. That hair has dyed and that mustache has dyed. Why do we all this slow ass country songs, bro? Thank God that the Super Bowl doesn't let these fuckers do the halftime show. Holy shit. I'm so happy. Because if this was the actual halftime show, the actual Super Bowl, I would cry. Like I said, they need to have, dude, I actually genuinely want them to do a K-pop band at the next halftime show. Genuinely. Please, next year, let it be like fucking Twice or BTS or something. I swear to God, this shit would be hype as fuck. I swear. Please. I want K-pop at a halftime show. I think that shit would be so sick. It's the logical conclusion, okay? We went Kendrick Lamar to Bad Bunny. Dude, it's not out of the realm of possibility. It's not out of the realm of possibility. K-pop, it's not crazy. I swear to God, they would put on a great performance. Those K-pop people are performers, bro. They're performers. They put in the work. You've seen those dances, bro. They put in the fucking work.
Sitting in the trunk of that 65.
Gonna be T Swift. Oh, Jesus.
On you and your grandpa to bring it back to life. Song stuck in my head. And in that moment,
I wish I had
something.
I'm not gonna.
Someone.
Is that all?
Spoke to me.
Oh my God, is that Erica Kirk?
Until you came.
Hold on, there might be Erica Kirk at the end. Oh, I remember it's the Charlie Kirk. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to honor God in all that I do. I want to be a great husband, a great father. I want to
You were a great
serve this
husband
country. I want
by
to try
fucking
to
denying
continue to
your
lead
wife
this
her
movement,
fucking
to
inheritance.
speak
Based!
truth and to never
Based
lie,
king.
to stop thinking about yourself
one good
all
thing
the
he
time
did.
And said, think about what you should do to help other people and to defend this country above.
I want to debate college kids. I want to debate college kids. I want a wife who doesn't love me. I want all of that. Okay, that was the TPUSA halftime show. What did we rate it? What do we compare that to the actual halftime show? What do you think the comparison is? Better or do we feel like we've kind of consumed necessary literature to be better humans? I guess would be the question I'm asking. Do you think that we're all better because of this experience? 9 out of 10 would be 10 out of 10 if they had Erica Kirk on stage. True. Hold on, dude. I swear to God. I remember an Erica. I swear she had the craziest outfit on recently, and I remembered it. I swear she had the craziest shit on. Maybe I'm misremembering, but she has like some fucking booty shorts on or something. I'm looking up like, I don't even know, man. Man, I swear to God, she had the craziest shit on. Either way, let's get back to Red Ball. Now that I don't want to. I just want to look at the outfit, it's gonna fill. I don't want to like fill up my search feed with like fucking lusty Erica Kirk searches. Do you think there's a Gooner subreddit around Erica Kirk? There's got to be at least one, dude. I'd so buy it. There's got to be some people who genuinely are like, oh my God, she's the hottest woman in the world. It's got to be real. What if Living Tombstone? That would be bad, but it would be so sick if they did that. Erica Kirk, TPUSA. Hold on. I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up, boys. I need to see it. Does anybody else be eating their toenail fungus? That seems like kind of a hard reach, no? Like, what are you doing that's allowing you to pick at your toenails? I can't find anything, unfortunately. It's all people shitting on Erica Kirk for being a bum. Rightfully so, but still. Oh well. Like grifters grift, I guess. Oh, speaking of, can we speak a little bit about food for a second? Because I think Sheepo 3 has found the great innovation, the great culinary innovation. The next era of Sheepo 3 cooking. Straight up burgers, bro. Straight up burgers. That is the method. I swear to God, bro, I've been eating breakfast. I've been eating a burger for breakfast, and it's been fucking amazing. I look forward to breakfast. Every day when I wake up. It's so great. I just eat a fucking straight burger, dude. It's a healthy burger, or a healthier burger. But burgers are kind of inherently healthy within themselves. It's very easy to make substitutions to make a burger healthy, by the way. If you want to make your own healthy burger, it's not hard. I'll give you the method, okay? First of all, vegetables. Second of all, lean beef. All right? If your beef is not 7% fat or lower, then you don't use it. It's too many calories. Third thing, keto bread. All right? I know there's a lot of sauce around keto, but keto bread is actually like really good. It's got low calories and it's got super high fiber. After the TV USA, well, people were here for the content, boys. No, but genuinely, you can make a really good tasty burger with not that much, like with some genuine substitutions. All right, low fat or non-fat mozzarella. Throw some onions on that hoe. It's so easy to make a really good burger for really cheap in terms of calories. Like, if I tried to estimate how many calories my burger is, it'd probably be in, like, the low 200 to 300, maybe. Like, and that's probably overstating the fact. Because it's like most of that is coming from beef, and that's like 120 calories maybe from beef. And then I'm probably just, like, doubling that from everything else. So yeah, definitely in like the low 200s. Or in the maybe the upper 200s, but still the 200s. Which is really good. Damn it. What's happening? So yeah, if you want a burger... Also, I've started to optimize a little bit of burger preparation, because when I tried to make burgers, I did not make them optimally, and it kind of fucked up my whole kitchen for a little bit. It was bad. But that's kind of how that's how it always works. Whenever Sheep tries to make something new that actually requires some cooking technique, like cooking a burger actually requires me to have some technique. And so I need to get a new pan, because my old nonstick pan has had its coating kind of peeling off. Which is not good, and so I need to get a new one. And also, it's because like my non-stick pan is not non-stick anymore, so I need a new non-stick pan that is actually non-stick. Maybe I should get one of those stainless steel pans that people talk about. It might actually teach me how to cook good if I had an actual like stainless steel pan. Honestly, I should look up a stainless steel pan. Like, how do you get... Because, like, I know people talk about stainless steel. Like, you can get it non-stick, but... Or you can get things to not stick to it, but... See, now I'm kind of curious. Oh, damn it. What if you ate a microwave pizza? Stop. The worst pizza I've ever had and ate was the one I made with low-carb tortillas, tomato sauce... no fat mozzarella, and turkey pepperoni. and that still tasted pretty good. And dude, I literally ate that shit straight cold. I ate that shit straight cold. I made a dumb joke to a stream and I kept giggling at it. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, bro. I raw dog this shit cold. How do you think how do you think I eat my burgers, bro? Straight cold. I pull them out of the fucking fridge and I just eat that shit. I wake up in the morning and I eat a cold burger. And I've never been happier. Do you understand? I'm a fucking psychopath, dog. Well, making actual pizza? Oh, most definitely I'm rusty as hell, Miras. Most certainly. You talk about making frozen pizza, though? I'm the goat of making frozen pizza. Cold pizza. Bro, I will absolutely cold burger that shit, brother. No doubt, no doubt. Well, it's so hard to heat up a burger because you have to like take out like the specific parts you want warm. Like you can't just throw the whole burger in the microwave, all right? That'd be ridiculous. I don't want my lettuce to be warm. Oh, speaking of lettuce, the only problem with my burger making expedition is that I cannot buy lettuce in a small enough quantity. The only quantities I can buy lettuce in are too big. And it sucks. Well, yeah, of course they're better hot. I'm not going to deny that. But I'm fine with them cold. I'm okay with cold food. I eat the vast majority of my food cold. That's not a lie. That's a truth. It's not trying to be a flex either. It's just the fact of the matter. Genuine psychopath? Potentially. If I want to stop eating more calories, though, the only real substitution I can make and eat less calories is by getting rid of cereal in my diet. That's the only one big calorie sink that remains in my diet right now. Everything else is like low calorie pretty much. So I think I'm done trying to like health max my diet. I feel like there's nothing else I can do. The only way I could like get like significantly better health is if I start working out like an hour and a half every day, which is like, okay. At that point, it's just a fucking hobby. And I would hate my life so much if I worked out that much. So guys, whatever weight I'm at, like around nowish, I might drop or gain a couple of pounds depending, but I think the weight I'm at now is kind of the, I've accepted that this is going to be the final form of Sheep 003 as I am. Unless I start significantly unless I significantly change my workout or stuff, I really want to try to do some cardio, but it's so hard to, I don't know where to fit cardio into my day without like getting in the middle of anything else I want to do. Because when I come home from work, I do not want to work out. I'm not going to work out after I'm done with work. That's not going to happen. And I can't really do it at the gym. Maybe I could turn Tuesdays. Maybe I could do some cardio stuff like... Tuesdays have kind of been a weird workout day for me, so hold on. Maybe I could figure something out. Some high-intensity workout stuff. I could see it. Either way. That's me just trying to... I was about to say health maxing. Frickin' clavicular speak is infecting my vocabulary. Mountain climbing? Yeah. Sounds boring. My brother used to do that kind of shit. Not for me. I no wanna. Bro, I would get mogged by the ASU frat leader, dude. It's like, I can't... What are you talking about? Of course I'd get mogged. Oh, dude. You'd see me sprawl out on the floor like I'm Goku. It'd be fucked up. Do you think I could ever hope to challenge the ASU frat leader? I think it's like if fucking Clavicular has gone down to his fucking reign of terror, what chance do I stand? I just saw like my captain. I just saw like my brave general just get killed in the field of battle. What do you want me to do, bro? The only man who can save us is Burton. From Welcome to Burton. Damn, that's crazy work. What is it, like fucking Burton, John Kaizen? Like what other like wacky ass names are we giving characters now? I saw some of the fucking John Kaizen stuff this morning. I was that was really funny. John Kaizen, the user of the two eyes unlimited technique. When he was born, the balance of the world stayed the same. That shit had me dying. I cannot lie. I enjoy the JJK fandom. Sacramento University frat leader. What a Sacramento University. Do they have frats there? What the fuck does Sacramento University even do, dude? I should have asked some of my previous coworkers. I had a bunch of coworkers that used to work at they used to go to Sac University, I should have said. Did they even have frats, man? I don't even know. To be fair, I never joined a frat, so I don't know what goes on in them there frats. Should I have joined a frat, do you think? Do you think it would have been better content if I had joined a frat? It's actually a good question. I should have done a poll in chat when I was in college. Should Sheep try to join a frat next year? That actually kind of would have been a fucking... that would have been an experience. I almost wanted to join a frat just for the fucking... just for the experience. Only for frame mogging losers. I mean, loser is a strong word. I would say, you know, for Chad Munters, you could say. But if you're not that guy, then that's fine. Bro, if you're not trying to like fucking if you're not trying to jester goon in front of the Foyd Stacy's, you've just lost the plot, my brother. Have you not learned a single thing? Floyd Stacy. So it cook. Look, I didn't realize. Look, okay. The thing is, I didn't realize that like. Because it's like this entire language is a weird combination of things. It's like, because I knew Foyd from like incel speak. I already knew like the term Foyd, but I didn't realize that the people who were in like the, I don't know, that specific circle would be using like incel terms like Foyd or Moid. Because like the thing is like Moid was the original term. Foyd was not the original term. Moid, I think it was like Moid was created by female incels. And then people started, like, actual incels, or, like, people just started using Foyd for female Moid, which is I believe, I don't know what the Moid is, like, either a male droid or something? I'm not sure what the combination of words is there. And then Stacy was one I've never heard. That was new to me. Because I've heard most of like jester maxing and stuff. Like I've heard of it. But Stacy is a term I've never heard. Word commonly used to refer to anyone of the female sex. Stacy, it's just I've never heard of, it's just such a, I don't know. It was such a revelation to me. It's like, wow, what an interesting word to use. I wouldn't go as far to say a good word, but an interesting word nonetheless. Newspeak, it really is. Type shit, brother. Fucking George Orwell would be proud of all of us. MJ probably doesn't even know. MJ probably doesn't even know what the 2 minutes hate are, bro. Ridiculous. coming to frame Magasol, bro. You don't even, bro, you haven't even attended the 2 Minutes Hate, like, ever in your fucking life, dog. Don't talk to me. Have you even prepared for Hate Week a single time? Bro's acting like he is part. And they all yell at it. Oh yeah, pretty much. Bro doesn't even know the guy's name from the movie. Oh, they made a movie out of that shit? I didn't know they made a movie out of that shit. Was it any good? I never watched the 1984 movie. Hold on. It was Loke. Curious. Hold on. I have not. No, not. I mean, I saw like the I saw the frickin' the Apple commercial. Damn, they are all white. When was this movie made? I guess it would make sense. That's where it's from? Damn, this is kind of a dank scene. I can't lie.
Ready in our midst. Oh, shout out his name.
Damn, it's dude, the color palette is so good. I love the way they've done the color palette. Wow, the color grading is really good.
Rough Times 14284, page 3 by line 2 should read Miniprod forecast increased choco ration April 19.
Man, ooh. Oh, that's sorry, I'm kind of going a little bit crazy. Man, I love that just the way they like that color grade is like so good, dude. How like lifeless it is. It's like blue in the worst. It's blue in the most desaturated way possible, and yet it feels like it's so desaturated, and yet it feels saturated enough. I love that shit, man. Oh man. Once again, people who actually make movies and are actually good at video editing have mocked me again by showing off that they can actually, you know, there's a reason why they do this shit professionally while I'm a bum sitting in my room. I got film mogged by some rando who was color editing that clip all the way back when. It does not, bro. I got mogged by fucking the guys who made 1984. The movie. It's a fact, ladies and gentlemen. I still think the book is better for 1984. I think if you want to experience 1984, the story, I think that reading the book is better. Because I feel like the movie... I'm not going to watch it, no. But I feel like the problem with making it into a movie is that like the point of reading 1984 is like the plot is not the important part of the story. The plot is the least important part. Like, the plot was the least interesting part of the entire book. The fun part of the book is, like, learning about the society and reading about the reasons why it exists and how they justify it and, like, and how it works. Like, I don't know. I feel like all that shit visually would just be so much more boring. The story is just not interesting. Or I don't want to say it's not interesting, but the story is like more of like set dressing for the world. The story exists so then we can see more of the world, I think. Maybe I will read Pride and Prejudice. Or maybe I'll read like a shitty romance novel, because that's like, man, that's what my parents do. If there's one thing that I learned from my parents, is that reading shitty romance novels is the method. I said no. Ugh, you guys just hate everything. You guys are fucking horror-pilled and fear-maxing and dystopian and fucking dystopian maxing, bro. I don't want to do that shit. Being such a pussy. I'm not being a pussy. I don't... Shut the fuck up, MJ. I just don't want to read some more fucking horror shit. I've been doing horror for so long. It's all horror. It's all scary. All scary. I don't care no more. I don't want to think about the awful state of the human condition or like the awful things that can happen to human beings. I don't want to know. I'm tired of that shit. I want to read some joy and happiness, bro, in my life. I want a middle ground between like abject misery and straight up smut. There needs to be a middle ground between these two extremes. Dude, I'm going to slop. I'm gonna be consuming slop very shortly. That's gonna be my next book. You know, I want it to be sloppier. Maybe some like action stuff would be fun. What's a good action book? Oh man, I'm trying to remember. The book comes into my mind that I'm thinking of. This action book that my mom recommended to me and I read it was really good. I remember that book. I want a book like that. Maybe like a mystery. Maybe like a fantasy book. What's a good fantasy book? I've been thinking of a new like magic system in a new imaginary world. And I want to read something like that maybe. Maybe something like a Harry Potter. What's a good like fantasy book that's not straight up for teenagers? Because if I have to read my main character being like some 15-year-old girl who's like magically going to save the world, I'm going to tweak. Oh man. I want to read some like, what's it called? Tolkien? Why can't I remember his fucking goddamn story? The Hobbit? I could reread The Hobbit. It's been a while since I've touched on that one. Although The Hobbit wasn't as good as The Lord of the Rings, which is the name I was looking for. Lord of the Rings is better than The Hobbit. Have you ever watched The Lord of the Rings or even read it, MJ? That's actually a legitimate question. How much like Lord of the Rings like content have you ever like touched upon? No? That's boring, bro. That's crazy. Dude. Do you know where like the beginning of memes were? Do you know where memes began? All right, the fucking Lord of the Rings, that shit was where memes began. That's where it started at. Exactly, bro. Those are the classics. Every single one of those. The hobbits are going to Isengard, bro. Come on, dude. I remember it was, dude. Oh man, I remember. My dad. This was like one of my I think one of my formative childhood memories. I remember my dad reading all of the series of the Lord of the Rings to me and my brother every night. Before we would go to bed, we would read like a chapter or two of Lord of the Rings, and then after we were done reading it, my dad had the extended collection volume, like the full movie of Lord of the Rings, which was like. It was like 6 hours per film, and there were 30 films, so it was like 18 hours of film, and we watched that whole thing. Oh my god. What a fucking classic piece of literature right there. Lord of the Rings is so good, dude. I want to read some shit like that. Now that's a good time. Oh, I could, you know what I also could reread? Game of Thrones actually has a really good books. The books instead of the TV show is really good for Game of Thrones. I could reread those. How about Dogman? That sounds like some horror shit. I cannot lie. I need to expand my literary backgrounds. I can't just keep falling back on rereading old stuff that I've already read. I read all the Captain Underpants books. Don't test me. Are you kidding me? I was there. Bro don't got ball knowledge? I don't know about Dogman. Dogman, I do not know about Dogman. Not my childhood. Probably just wasn't in the comic book section of the library, okay? When I was a kid, I used to have a library card. And every couple of weeks my mom would take us to the library so we could check out like some new books. And every time I'd get comic books. I'm not going to lie. All I got was comic books. No, they were not graphic novels. That shit was straight comic books. Technically, they were in the graphic novels section, but to be fair, I think as I've grown older, I think that most American comic books kind of suck dick compared to like manga. If there's one thing that I think the Japanese do way better, it is just comic books and animation and shit. I just think superheroes are kind of just boring because they're all like the same kind of characters retold. We need to get some actual like American manga, dude. That's what we really need. Some genuine American manga, but nope. If you want to make money in American comics, you got to draw fucking Batman. Get to it, boy. Draw Batman. Yeah, to be fair, I've seen all like the independent comic shops, and I've seen a lot of independent comic shops because I used to work for the news, and they used to come on the news and like promote their own like original comics. They were all dog shit, bro. I read a lot of those original comics. They all fucking sucked ass, bro. They were so fucking bad. Oh Jesus, I'm like, we've got to be kidding. Like, could our themes get any more on the nose? Why am I reading a comic book about fucking Black Empowerment Man or something? Like, this is ridiculous. Do you think anybody's gonna read this shit? Oh my god, I was tweaking. Not a single black child is gonna read that on TikTok shop. Was the art? No, it wasn't. It was dog shit. That's the problem. The art was fucking ass cheeks. It looked like AI generated art. I'm being so dead ass. They don't know the art needs to come first. True. People gotta get your ass with some pen and some paper and start drawing in black and white, boy. Okay? You focus too much on the story. I think when it comes to comics, definitely I would tend to agree with you. I don't want to say totally, but if your art is not appealing, then you're never going to get off the ground, okay? I think like both elements need to be good, but true. I mean 100%. A lot of the manga, like the problem is manga authors have the same problem that AO3 writers do in terms of story. They have a really good concept, but they have no idea on how to finish it. They have no idea how to finish it. Well, HXH is, you know, it's got some questionable shit for sure. But, like, manga artists, like, the moment they get past the opening ideas of their story, it becomes a fucking shit show. It happened with JJK. It happened with HXH. It happened with almost every single manga I've read. That by the time you reach the back half of the story, it is just dog shit. It is ass. It is cheeks. It is booty. Don't lie to yourself. Most of those arcs in HXH were booty cheeks. The Culling games in JJK were booty cheeks. You just get it? I got it just fine. The story sucked and it was boring. God forbid I try to story max a little bit. Us actual readers got it? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read enough. My bad. Sorry, would the fucking full page explanation of like the intricacies of Nen have made me a more studious observer? Would it have let me get the underlying concepts of the story better? Yes, I'm sorry. That's on me, dog. Next time that they introduce a character whose power is so complicated it takes 2 fucking whole pages to explain, I'll make sure to read every second of it, because I really care about that shit. Because I do want my character's powers to be that overcomplicated that you need a fucking 2-minute explanation. That's what I do want that, actually. I want to know every single detail and every single, like, tiny little niche, like, mechanic. I do need all of that information. And it needs to happen all at once. I'm exaggerating, obviously, but within every joke, there's a kernel of truth. That's what they say, at least. Imagine I get level 10 first try, though. I'm imagining. Turns out imagining was a terrible fucking idea. I got it second try. Well, not yet, but... I anti-jinx myself. Oh, man. Level 11 sucks. I still want to see if I can one-shot. The last time I made it to level 12, I first tried that hoe, but... we'll see if I get so lucky. Jump. I think I might be dead here. It was close. But we made it happen. Let's go! Bam! Alright, gamers. I think I am happy to call this one a day. I'll be back on Thursday, the last Red Ball stream of the early 2026. If you're a Red Ball fan, cry. If you're not a Red Ball fan, rejoice. If you're somewhere in the middle, then feel indifferent. Either way, I will be back. This night was a movie. It was not a movie. Stop saying that, dude. Alright, either way. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I've got to get out of here. Peace. Bye. And I'm actually going to end the stream this time.